welcome you back to the Now Morning Show. But I'm a little scared because while Raucus is ready and singing out loud at the top of his voice, Alette is going to get you ready as she joins us today in the capacity of, as she puts it, talking about herself for the first time in a very long time. Now, Alette Williams has joined us in essentially a communication capacity or publicist or lobbyist for so many other entities, but this time around, she's finally representing herself and getting you ready with the Media-Ready Masterclass. To tell us more about it, let me say morning and welcome with this particular hat.
Hello.
I know it was a long time coming.
Yeah, been behind the scenes for almost 20 years, actually. I've been writing and doing advocacy since I was in secondary school. Yeah, so I mean, this is the first time literally I decided. So many entities, organizations, people come to me and they ask me about, you know, getting ready for TV, getting ready for radio. How do you write a release? Can you be the face of? I've heard that so many times. And so I shifted into coaching. So I always remain, like everybody would know, I don't even put my name in the releases that go out. And two, when I sat this actually October, coming into my birthday, I was like, let me try and add up how much earned media I've gotten for organizations. And I saw it came up to close to 1 million US.
That's a nice figure.
Yes.
That's a very nice figure.
I know.
And well, that'll catch everybody's attention. For those who aren't in the field, what is earned media? Let's break it down a little bit.
Right. So we are all very familiar with digital strategies, social media management, paid media. You know, you're paying for ads, you're boosting ads, you have your social media and so on. But there is this very nice space where, like what we're doing here, where we are on television and radio, you get a feature in the papers, you get a little feature in the evening news, and that actually has a paid amount that you earn if the media says your story is newsworthy.
Right.
I'll put you in this space. It has a cost, but you earned it, and it kind of goes into your piggy bank of trust to the community and gives you a level of credibility that social media cannot. I love social media, but I'm a forever advocate of traditional media.
And in terms of that advocacy, as you rightfully said, it has earned you quite the dollar value, if you would. Yes. But in terms of encouraging organizations to see that balance that is necessary. Yes, social media is the now, but traditional media still plays a role. Are we going to see that being explored in this particular intensive course?
In depth, actually.
Yeah?
So I'm going to break down exactly the psychology behind it, all the way to how you get ready. I'm giving out templates as well, templates for media releases, checklists, anything that you need that could get you started, that it helps you understand how you prepare to make yourself credible, because I believe that so much emphasis is placed on spaces that don't give us the credible earned trust that we can give to a financier or funder to say, listen, here we've earned a full page in the paper where your name could have been mentioned. You didn't have to pay an ad for that spot. We worked for you through what we do. And that happens so many times that, I mean, and I've learned from stalwarts, late Jones P. Madeira, from Marina Salandi Brown. I've worked on the stalwarts like Alicia Carter-Fish. I think I've been very blessed to have always been in spaces where icons have been able to pour into me to help me understand exactly how to evolve in this space. And I'm ready to help a lot of organizations kind of find their space in there, because I can't do it for everybody anymore.
Of course.
I really can't.
Take a breather.
Thank you.
Pace yourself. But who is this we and this you that you speak of? Because in terms of your function, yes, we'll get the we from you technically, but the you that needs to actually put it into action now, what organizations should be focusing, or persons should be focusing on this sort of class?
Well, definitely executives or professionals who cannot afford a publicist and just still wants to know, how do I even craft my story for this space so that it's newsworthy?
Right.
NGOs definitely, because they always, you know, limited funding and so on, but they still need to get their messages out there.
Right.
And then there are teams that focus so much on marketing, sometimes they miss the importance of having public relations intertwined into their strategy. And public relations by itself triples the brand value much more than social media, because you earn your way into the space, you don't pay your way into the space. Social media, so the entryway is very easy for social media, but there are gateways to traditional media.
For sure. I appreciate that you're going to underscore the distinction of how they will work together as opposed to one or the other, which seems to be a large misconception. But that means this is a really intense 3-hour virtual course.
It is. I've developed frameworks that I have used personally, and I'm actually giving them access to these frameworks as well. Yes, I'm a giver. I came from the space of advocacy, so I want to empower people to be able to move on from the class and say, I have something that I could do a plug and play and use for myself. So it's a lot of information, 20 years of information going into this class, 3 frameworks, and there's, a couple activities, a Q&A session, and a playback at the end of it for 7 days as well, with templates that are downloadable.
Right, and this is because it's always, it's all virtual, so that the playback is because you can actually literally play back, just for context.
Yes.
But this also comes as a result of, Arthur Lockjack lecturing, COSTAT, and all of your other affiliated associations, essentially, so that this is going to be something that we can use, we can put into action, and as you rightfully say, immediately derive value from.
Yes.
But there is a value to it. To find out specifically for the NGOs how they can be a part of this, because I understand you have a special deal for them.
A special deal for NGOs, and it actually varies by NGO, because I like to have a personal conversation with the NGOs. I have a heart for that space. We know this. So all they have to do is email connect@ocl.agency. OCL is for Outright Concepts Limited, which is my business. So just email connect, CONNECT, @ocl.agency. I'm an NGO. I'm interested in your Media-Ready Masterclass, and I will speak to you.
Well, this Media-Ready Masterclass is for anybody who is interested in being media-ready. But tell me why, let's say, executives need to focus on this particular one, or communications experts. The lot of persons who really should be involved might need a little why.
But they aren't as easy to get into the door. But I do believe that there are so many shifts and changes in this space, and while we have communications departments that work for whomever they're working for, there are some things that you kind of learn in different spaces that could help strengthen your approach. And also, I want to advocate for organizations having stewards of their brands as well. So while you may want to, you have a comms team, suppose there is someone in your organization that can show up on camera for you, that people can relate to, and you want to shy away from the front. Like how people tell me I'd like you to be the face of. It would be good to send them to this, because I believe in passing on the legacy in a way that people can understand, from people that could relate and are not afraid to stay in the background and be at the front, have a character that actually pulls people in to the organization. So I definitely believe that teams and executives should attend. If anything, it would reinforce what they know, or they can learn a few things that I've learned in other spaces, because I've helped people in the UK. I'm working on a project right now in Africa with a venture capitalist investment organization. I've worked with organizations in the US as well. So there's some international play that comes in that I've seen as well that would work here to elevate best practices.
That is always what it's about, right? Elevating best practices. We're not saying that you're not working, we're just showing you how you can do that better. And in that case, you can get more information by heading to websites and I imagine socials and digital platforms.
Well, this is the thing about me coming out from the background, right? Just go to ocl.agency on Instagram. But email me. I'm really quick via that. Email me at connect@ocl.agency, and I will get into you, because this is me finally coming out of the background. Like when Kanye is not a good example. No, let's talk about other writers in the background who are finally producing their own music. This is where I am right now, and I that's why I said it's soft. Come on, Raucous.
We're working with you. She's coming to the front, and you should be there too. So of course you can head online for more information, but you want to be media ready, and Alette is ready to help you do that. Of course, we will help you in other ways, but you have to stick around after these messages, because your birthdays are coming up next here on the Now Morning Show. We'll be back.